Hi, book nerds. This is Elana Johnson. I am the author of Possession and Surrender, which is coming out today, June 5th, 2012. Yeah, I know what year it is. I'm here today, sitting in bed because it's my favorite place to read and write. And I've also got a few of my favorite things to go along with me. Let me show you. So you can see we have a nice stack of books here. This one, of course, is super fantastic. It's called Surrender. You should all buy it and read it this week. I have Crossed by Ali Condi, which is signed, and you can win this in a contest this week by leaving comments and tweeting and stuff about. It's called a Spectacular Seconds contest because Surrender is the second book, Crossed is the second book. You might recognize this one. I know it's kind of backwards on the Mac. This is Insurgent by Veronica Roth, also signed. You could also win this. This is Perception by Kim Harrington. It's the sequel to Clarity. It's one of my favorite series that's come out in the past couple of years. You can win all of these books signed already. And then, of course, I have a yard of bubble gum because there's nothing I like more than bubble gum. Seriously, it's one of my favorite things. I have a couple pieces in my mouth right now, and I'm going to show you one of my favorite things to do. This is what I do when I sit and write books. I fill my mouth full of gum, and as I'm thinking of my genius words that I'm going to write, I blow really big bubbles. So let's see if I can blow you one right now. That was terrible. Let's try it again. There's an art to bubble gum blowing that not very many people know about. You have to chew the gum till it's the right consistency. You have to put it on your tongue the right way. It really is an amazing thing when you get a big bubble. So you really want to see this. Okay, that wasn't very good. And now I have gum all over my face. And now I don't have gum all over my face. Okay, so I'm here today to talk with you, book nerds, fabulous people who follow Jean's blog, who is also fabulous. She has some signed Surrender bookmarks and some insider stickers for you. We're going to talk just a little bit today about the characters and the world of Possession, which continues a little bit into Surrender. Possession was narrated by a girl named Violet Schoenfeld. And at the end of the book, spoiler alert if you haven't read Possession, Vi ends up brainwashed. It's a tragedy. And it's a brainwashing society, dystopian society with brainwashing. And so when I was writing the second book, I knew that I couldn't narrate from Vi's point of view because she's brainwashed, and how exciting would that be, and how reliable of a narrator would that be? So I needed to come up with something else, and I tried lots of different things, and eventually I came to the conclusion that I needed whole new characters in a new city inside the world. And so I came up with a boy named Gunnar Jameson, who I wanted to be kind of like a skater punk guy. He's real calm and cool, he's got the right clothes and the right look, but he maybe doesn't always have a girlfriend, and he kind of doesn't really care to always have a girlfriend, and he's more into his, hoverboard in my world, so no skateboards, but hoverboards. He's more into his hoverboard and tricking that out and making sure that he's the best flyer than he is about making sure that he's, got a girlfriend. So that's Gunnar. He narrates in the book. He has a few talents, some that we know about right up front. He's an empath, meaning he can feel what other people are feeling. So he can't read your mind, but he can tell if you're sad or happy or frustrated or angry or something like that. He can read your emotions. We also find out as we go through the book that Gunnar has voice talent, voice power, kind of like Jag Bark does in in Possession. So Gunnar can control people with his voice. He has a really powerful voice. That's one of his paranormal abilities. And then as we go on, we find out that Gunnar also is a technopath, which is what Vi is in Possession, people who can manipulate and control tech. And so he has a lot of talents, and because of that, Director Hightower wants Gunnar on his team. And of course, there's Rain Hightower, who is the director's daughter, and she is part of the Insiders, which is the rebellion movement against the association. And she wants Gunnar on her team. She wants him on the inside so that he can gather intel and stuff for the rebellion. So that's her main goal in the beginning. And Rain has a really dangerous power that I'm not going to tell you what it is right now. So she has a dangerous power that her dad uses a lot throughout the book. He's kind of a mean, dark character, and she's kind of a broken girl trying to figure out how to oppose her father without really opposing him. And so that's kind of an interesting mix for her. It was an interesting kind of book to write because I feel like Gunnar gets stronger and stronger throughout the book, and I feel like Rain gets a little bit weaker in some areas and stronger in others. And so that's kind of a hard mix to write. Um, but I really loved writing the book, and I really love Rain Hightower. I think that she can appeal to a lot of people who maybe feel like they're in a trapped situation or in some situation that they can't get out of, or that they have to do something in order to get something else. And I think we find ourselves in those kind of situations all the time. And Gunner is a really fun character because as he learns and grows, he just stops caring. And I think a lot of us are like, we get to a breaking point where we're like, I just don't care anymore, and this is what I'm going to do. And Gunn is that character. And so I hope that you'll give Surrender a try. It's the second book. Possession is the first book. Make sure that you get to all the tour stops this week because you can win one of those signed copies of these other spectacular second books. And I hope you enjoy Surrender. Okay, we're really going to try blowing a big bubble this time. Are you ready?